Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is InsideAgameR. Welcome to Project Hospital for 2025, where we're going to try and build the biggest and greatest hospital that we possibly can, of course, as always. So this game I do yearly. You guys always enjoy it when I do this game. Now, as you know, I'm currently away in Spain for the next 3 weeks, and this is a series that I'm going to put a lot of emphasis into in this next 3-week period. There'll be a lot of videos. Most videos will go up to 45 minutes to about an hour. Equipment wise, obviously I'm using my laptop, which only has a 2050 in it. I brought my microphone and a few other bits of equipment with me to do my best to make the best videos that I can. I'm very limited on the games that I can probably play, but we're going to do our very best over the next 3 weeks, and hopefully you guys will still enjoy this content. Make sure you hit the like bell, make sure you subscribe, leave comments down below so I know if you want me to continue with this or not, of course, as well. Now, I didn't know before I got it, the apartment I'm in has got very, very high ceilings. It's very, very echoey in here. I'm doing my very best to suppress the sounds. I spent about 2 hours messing with the microphone settings to try and get it so it's suppressing it the best I can. So do bear with me. The first few episodes, the volumes and stuff might be up and down a little bit. I will do my very best to try and make it as good as I can. Now, of course, so let's get into the game. So for any of you that have never played Project Hospital, this is a game you should definitely go pick up. It drops very cheap in sales, loads of DLCs. I will be using mods. The mod list is on Steam. If you add me on Steam, you'll be able to see all my mods and stuff that I'm using. I put a little list together every year. So what we're going to do, as always, is try and build the best hospital that we can with the equipment that we get. Now, always money is the biggest killer at the beginning. So you get the start of 100,000. Obviously, we have nothing unlocked. And what we need to do is open an emergency clinic. That's the first thing it wants us to do. I will not be using any prefabs during this, hopefully. Maybe later on as it gets kind of like really deep into the game, maybe. But for now, definitely going to try and build my own things where possible. So we don't want to be wasting too much money to start with, but I do want to kind of get a path out. So we got the 96 by 96 squares. So what I want to do is open a clinic. Now, a clinic is a very small area. Normally I build it down here and I make it the main focus of like my hospital. I don't want to do that this year. I actually want to open it up this end. And I'm going to put things more like the x-rays and stuff in the center, so the access for the people is better than it normally is. So that's what we're going to try and do. We might need to bulldoze some things here first. Is that the best thing to do? Maybe. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's get rid of this tree. We get some money back for this as well, so that's something, right? We'll try and make it look pretty later on. So yeah, I want to kind of build out. I haven't really worked out any squares yet, but this seems like a good spot to maybe build like that entranceway. 4x6. 4 is a good number. We could do something like that. We will get rid of the lamppost, and we can start building here and building around. What I'm going to do is, if we go into the actual building modes itself, so say we're going to open the clinic, which is going to be the first thing that we want to do, of course. Well, emergency clinic is, yeah, that's definitely what we're going to be looking at doing first. So if we click on emergency, we can see what we can do here. So we'll put the reception as they kind of walk in. We're going to work on this. This might change. It might go smaller. We'll see. Doctor's office need to be a minimum of 4x4. So I'm thinking maybe then what we should probably do is get the corridor. I always try and make the corridors the same all the way around the hospital. 4x4. That 4 or 5 there. Can't tell at the minute. That's 1, 2, 3. So if we put that corridor in there so it can go around the back. Again, we might have the waiting room or something. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the corridors will kind of run alongside it. We want to make this the same. It's all one corridor. The doctor's offices, they need to be at least a 4x4. So we're going to go with 6x6. I think that's a nice kind of starting point. 6x6. We'll put a minimum of 3 on each side. Now, we're not going to build these all straight away. Because we won't be able to afford to. We're gonna just have to kind of go up slowly, do what we can do. So we go 6x6 here again on that side. And what I might actually do is put the waiting rooms, because it's just a small clinic, nearly just outside the doctors. So some of this might change in a second. Corridor. There you go. Don't know why that's the way it is. We'll probably take a little chunk off that, make it wider or something. A few other things that we will need in this area. One of them will be a restroom. Again, we'll go 6x6. I think will be absolutely fine. We're going to need the cleaning closet. Now, I don't really want to go by 6 here. We won't need to, but I think we'll go by 3 at the very least. A common room for the staff. So I am going to try and squeeze that in. But that's the 4 there. And that's 4 going up there. And we maybe go up to that 6 point. Something just kind of like this would be fine. Shared rooms. Again, we're just going to throw this up here. Like that. And I'm going to manipulate this a little bit. And in this little gap here, not really much I can put in there at the moment. So we'll work on that. We might actually just make that 6 by 6 just to make this a whole square. But I think having the 3 by 3 here, we can have like some of the waiting room. So the idea here would be, it needs to be a 4 by 2 size. Like 4 by 2. So it can be placed against these walls, for instance. Okay, and we could put it outside office doors. A little bit different to how I'd normally do things. Let's just have a look then. Go back into the build mode. We need foundations. So no matter what, we're going to need some of this foundation. We're probably going to just have to go for nearly this whole thing here. And that room there. So that's going to be a big chunk of our money already eaten up. I mean, it's 25,000 just on flooring. Not much you can do about it. It is what it is. So what I want to do is, the idea was I was going to have this kind of like an entrance way. Again, when you kind of play this game, why is the button's not working to spin a rooney it? You can see here they have built what they want to build, but the inside isn't painted, so you got to make sure we kind of keep that way. I don't want to paint the inside rooms because I want to do them separately. Yeah, I don't know why the rotation of the review's not working on the keypad. Okay. Spin around one more time. Again, this is all going to change again eventually, but you need the shell. We need the basic shell, and that's absolutely fine. I'm going to try and color code where we can. And the bathroom will go with this kind of shiny stuff. You know, this always works out quite well. And up here, so yep, so we can get you in there. Down into here. So I've got the walls up for the minute, just so I can kind of see what we're doing. Let's put the doors in before I forget. We'll get the sliding emergency doors. Right, walls have to go down for a second. Why can you not go there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's a little bit interesting. That's not what I had planned. Double glass doors. That's fine, because I suppose, look, this is going to be a clinic, so we'll work it out as we kind of go. I will put in some of like the tall glass stuff here anyways, and going down here and all that other kind of stuff. Right, so we got the doctor's rooms. I mean, they're calling this the emergency clinic, but it's more just kind of a clinic, isn't it? So we'll stick with, I don't want to use the red here. So let's have a look what kind of walls we have. Something that's easy to notice. Maybe we'll kind of go this nice little brown color for in here. So we'll put you around the outside here. Yeah, that shift key doesn't work in this game. That's okay. We'll put you up around here. So we're going to spend a lot of this first episode just kind of building. And we're going to color you probably a little bit differently in a second. Okay, the wall's going down. So there we go. We've got the first kind of room. Okay, so that's okay. The cubby hole, well, you know what? Maybe we should just do it. And then obviously I'm going to want to do, and that's going to be an inside out job anyways, so that's fine. We'll put you here like so. Okay, you going up. Okay, you going up this end. We're going to close this off. And I have an idea what I want to do with this for the reception area. We'll see how it pans out in a second. Okay, so let's have a look at a few doors then. So we got the white door here for the bathroom. I think that's okay for a bathroom. Maybe even for the stuff, but we want a kind of restricted area. Be kind of the idea. There's no kind of staff door, is there? Doesn't have to be restricted. I always like putting the restricted area definitely on the janitor. Could just go with a bit of an oval door. Maybe something like that. I kind of like these even for the doctor's surgeries. Now we are going to build them all pretty similar, just so you guys are aware. And the flooring, again, I'm not going to be overly worried about these kind of things just yet. It's a lot of money otherwise we're going to be spending. So janitor's fine. I see there that we're missing a piece of wall. Okay, all the walls are done. Looks okay. So as they come in, I think we will stick with the kind of white to start with. Out here. Hang on, that's changed the size there, hasn't it? That's by 4, but that's not by 4. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to change it because the OCD in people, they will go crazy if we don't. So let's just take out that wall there for a second. Yeah, that's just what you're going to have to do. No big deal. The staff room at the beginning anyways, we're not going to have that many staff, so this is something that we can extend backwards. Inside their room, I like to give them some kind of maybe carpet, something like that. There you go. I think that will work out okay. Same in these rooms actually. I kind of like just keeping them that same kind of color so we know what's going on. I think that's always a good thing to do. Probably didn't need to put all that down there because we're just going to cover you up with that, which I can't do, which means I need to demolish some of this stuff. Oh, I've got a wall. Where'd that wall come from? Then we go back to the foundation. Ah, there we go. And then we're going to add you back in. Nice and simple, nice and easy. So let's work out here. I want to get some windows. Make sure they're facing the right way. 2 windows in each room. Like so. One thing I didn't do enough before was the windows. Again, I'm not going to bother this side yet because we'll see how we go. I'll probably put a corridor going down here when we start building the main hospital. So I think what we should do is actually we're going to need the wall. I'm going to go this. If I remember rightly, that's all you need for the toilets. Then we'll put in the toilet doors. Keep them brown. Okay, so that's a good starting point. Let's finish the bathroom. We'll put in these toilets here. Okay, very nice. That's going to work out okay for us. We're going to want to put in some sort of bin, I suppose. We'll put you in like that. And then we're going to put in some toilet sinks. 2 there. The mirror go above them. That's all good. And then we're going to want to get some hand dryers. We've got some of these nicer ones sitting here. There you go. And a very basic bathroom, nice and complete. And how much of my money have I spent? 65,000 so far. So I think I want to work on this reception reception desk. And I'm going to put 2 corners in. As they kind of come in, and then I want to build backwards, actually, believe it or not. Now what I want to do is just put in a wall, like this, and coming in the back like this. So I'm hoping I can make this glass, like a protected barrier. You might want to go one further, and we could actually probably make again, if we come in here, what I'm going to do is delete the wall. Just like that. And then what we can do is we'll get the door. We want it to kind of be friendly, so you know what, we'll stick with... We'll put 2 doors in, actually. There you go, it's like kind of like a glass cube. Now, the thing that we're going to need to do... Probably just expand this out. Just so they have all their stuff. Okay, so we want to give them some PCs. I'm going to put 2 people in here. That's my plan. Office chair. Put green ones in for reception. We can put in the paperwork thing like that. I was hoping that cabinet with drawers. We could maybe get yeah, they get 2 of them in, which means we might be able to get some other kind of plants or something in maybe. Water cooler on a little desk plant. It's been a while, so I'm trying to just find things that we have. Luxury plant. Let's use you. We can put a calendar in here. Clock. I think that can be okay. We got some files that I'm not allowed to put on that desk, so that's fine as well. Can't stick those on there, but they can go on the other side. We will look at those eventually as well. First aid kit goes high. I'm looking for something that I can put on. Oh god, is this little cactus. Got some bourbons. Maybe we can give like some sweeties to kids. Okay, so look, that's a good starting point. What we're going to do, we're going to build 1 doctor's office. Alright, so what we're going to do is probably put you in this corner. We're going to give them the expensive equipment. They can have a scrub and sink on the inside there. Do we just want a usual? Maybe it's a bit too much. We'll delete you. Let's get there. Because it's just kind of like a doctor's office, isn't it, really? Get the office desk. We can put in between the 2 windows, just for a change. Something like that. He's going to need his printer. Going to need his PC. He's also going to need a biohazard bin. Put you down there, and that'll keep them quiet on that front. Eye test. Just kind of throw out here like that. So the office chairs. We're going to give them a nicer one. Give the doctors yellow. And one thing I don't normally put in here that we definitely should is the stools. Or a chair for people. Because they'll actually sit in this chair with him. So definitely more worth doing. Let's just spin me around. Right, why are you not going? Just kind of make it, just trying to make it look a little bit more realistic. We've got a kind of two things going on there. Okay, we're just missing kind of equipments at this stage. So if we get the cabinets, and what we're going to do, we're going to move them kind of over this way. We're going to get one of each of these so they just look a bit different. He does need the CRP scanners. He needs the audio meters. Doesn't actually need the chartboard, but I'm going to put it in there because I do like it. He's got the bin. Got pretty much everything he needs just as a doctor. We don't want to go too crazy. The card files, bookcases. Okay, so the only other thing that we could put in here maybe is some nice kind of decorational stuff. I don't normally go too crazy, but it might be nice to actually do something a bit crazy for a change. Make it look a bit different. We got any flowers? No. Got some disease warning stuff though. All doctors have this kind of stuff. I know it's COVID. They're the only ones that are on the... unfortunately, they're the only ones that we have available to us. And we'll get a clock in there so he knows what time he's going home. Got the chartboard. We could put a calendar in maybe. There you go. And look, I think for the basics, it's fine. So I've got to remember how to copy all this stuff now. Is it this one? Move a room. Remove rooms. Copy a create a prefab. That's what I'm after. So we can move this into this room and this room. How much my money's gone now? We spent half our money, but we probably nearly have enough to open up, apart from the waiting rooms and stuff. Now, in here again, I'm not going to go too crazy. We're going to give them some basic equipment just to kind of keep them quiet. The idea here, they're going to have a wall TV. Yeah, a dining table with two chairs, absolutely fine. They can have the placemats. They can have a small bookcase. Don't want to go too crazy in that room. No real need for it. Same for this. This room here is just kind of how you want to do things, if I'm honest. I'm going to put 3 in there. I'm not going to hire 3 people. So we nearly got everything that we need. If we go into the emergency clinic, so the waiting room is the only thing that we're now missing. So like I said, I kind of plan to maybe cheat a little bit, do some things a little bit different. We'll see how this kind of goes. So you got some modern benches. Now, there's no TVs put up for this one at the moment. I don't think we need to. We can put a vending machine in there. Toilet mirrors, water dispensers. Definitely want to get one of them put in up there somewhere. And I think that's going to do us. So if we go back down here then, we should be able to open this. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, so let's get some day staff. Anyone that's good at reception? Not really. Okay, so who's my cheapest? When it comes to this kind of thing at this stage, again, we want to stay cheap. I'm only going to get one. And we need a day doctor. Now, I do need one good doctor. You're 48. Okay, so insurance management's... treat 1 patient per day in emergency. Okay, yeah, we're going to take that. That's fine. Now, I want to get a couple of other doctors here. 144, 137, 46. To be honest with you, we're probably better off getting slightly better doctor. Let's take these 2. And let's press play. You know what? Let's... oh, hang on. You know, I didn't get a cleaner. Again, cleaners... cheap and cheerful for now. Clicking on all the wrong things. We'll get 2 cleaners. And like I said, cheap and cheerful. Cheap and cheerful will win the way. Right, let's have a bit of a play of the game. So unfortunately, doctors will come out of their rooms and ask people to come out. That's the only problem with what I've got. Okay, procedures have finished. Scheduled procedures have finished. Last was interview. The patient is waiting for you to plan another examination or select a diagnosis. Right. Appointment with his or her GP. Anthrax. Okay, so it looks like you've made the diagnosis, no? I'm not making all the diagnoses here, am I? Okay, so it looks like I am making all the diagnoses. Is it because there's no head of department yet? That could be Chief Doctor Karen Green was my best. She needs to start making those decisions. Okay, so I fixed that issue. I didn't see it here, but it was ticked here to control everyone. I don't know why that was the case at the moment. The 2 doctors. I've actually got quite a few people. We could go with that 3rd doctor, actually. I think it won't do no harm. Who have we got? 12% or 12%. Well, you're slightly cheaper, so we're going to take the resident hit. Okay, so we got a 20,000 government grant. Now, in this game, the trick to the game is you really cannot overspend too soon. And again, we can get more patients and stuff. There we go. I don't know why that was unticked. That was probably me again. While I just kind of get used to everything in the game again. So we need to just kind of play, see how we go, make a few bits of money for a few days. And don't be scared to allow that to happen in the game, because that is the killer. You want to keep expanding, building. Now look, we're gonna get stuck because look, we don't have some things here. So look, I am gonna have no choice but to send him to another hospital. We will need an X-ray department. And that's the first thing I'm probably gonna need. And again, I'm gonna I want it down here because I want it kind of central. And you gotta remember, we are going to build more doctor's offices here, so it is going to be something that we'll need to plan out in the next episode probably. But as long as we're covering bills, that's the main thing. So look, influenza, it's a difficult one, this one. We can give them rest, cough suppressants. That's all you can really do. They might not be very happy with it, but tough. And contusions, again, what really needs to happen here is they need to be X-rayed. Okay, we'll go with that. Bandage and numbing ointment. Well, they seem happy enough with that. Realistically, we want to probably go through 2 or 3 days. Money's gone back up. That's good. We're not going to get any more patients really for the day now either. Okay, so this one's hard. There's not much we can really do for him. He needs other things. You know what? Let's just send him to another hospital. I feel like I don't want people to die. I think we just have to kind of deal with that's going to be that situation. Obviously, radiology is what it wants us to do next. We'll get through this day. I want to get through another day. And then we'll look at least planning radiology, but we'll probably finish building it probably in the next episode, I'd imagine. Main thing is just kind of getting this up and running. Okay, they're all going to go home now any second. Right, skip on through to the morning. After wages, we made about 6 grand. State elections are coming, new public health policies, 20% home insurance payments. Okay, so this is a good day then. Obviously, look, we're going to get stuck at certain points because we can't heal everyone. We can't do the x-rays. They're a lot of the things that we're getting right now. I'd rather have 4 rating currently than, you know, the rating's still pretty high. I'd rather have that than anything, I think, at this stage. Just kind of just let them play through, see how they go. Now we could open a pharmacy early and get that extra money. Now once this department gets too busy, I'm going to keep these chairs here, but I am going to build a waiting room elsewhere. That's probably what we're going to do. But the doctors are doing okay. They're getting through the day. Some of them are nice, easy fixes. Some of them not so probably nice and easy. Here we go, like this one. Again, he's got contusions, so there's not much I can do for him anyway, so we'll just send him. I know it might mean I might not get my do 10 patients a day thing, but... Oh no, we did it. So we got the 30,000 grant. And that was important. We're back to our starting figure. I'll just let this kind of day play out a little bit more. So what I'll do, I'll leave these chairs here. People might not use them though. Depends if they can. I don't know, can they get a ticket and come back? Or maybe that's something we could try. Oh, yeah, I have no idea what to do with you. I'll send you away for the moment. Again, we'll just send these people away. I'm not built to fix these people at the minute. I am wondering if we do put in... Does it just attach to one? And that means I'd have to put something in all of them. I'll get rid of you actually, because I think the info point looks better. We'll want to decorate this place eventually too. Okay, so what I want to do for this episode then, we are going to put the X-ray department in. That'd be the kind of gist of our plan here. We just get radiology in. So what we'd probably do is put in 4 corridor here. I'm going to bring that down for a moment. So we could just put radiology on this side. I kind of want to make it central because all the departments are going to use it. And it does become a pain. So making that by 4, that's going to come out more. So do they just need a waiting room. All right. So if we still had 4 there, we could make the waiting room. It doesn't need to be that big. 7 by 5. Do we want to go by 6 because of the rooms? Put you in like that for a second. So what we would do then is put in at least one 8 by 6. I might not build 2 of them right now. 8 by 6. Does that one look bigger? Okay, it's a little bit bigger. And what I will try and do is make one room that these lot will come in. You'll see what my idea is in a minute. We'll worry about that in a second. Cleaning closet. We go 5 or 6 out. And then what we could do is bring some rooms on this side. We'll just kind of see for the moment. CT, I'm not sure. It doesn't actually need a lot, but at the same time I'd kind of want to have a good space. I always build too small, and building too small does cause its problems. This is going to be a big department here for us. So again, that could be fine. That's cardiology. So we have sonography. We'd want to go like there, and then we have the CAG room. Something like this, and then we would put shared room. I think that's absolutely fine. Shared common room, because again, at the moment, that's absolutely fine. We can't share any other rooms though, so that's also fine. So if we would something along this route, and then with the corridor, we'd probably look at, well, no matter what, I'll put a corridor in here. Like that. Because I want to build the main hospital area over here, eventually. Now, our biggest issue with this would be foundation. So, in the short term, we would need up to there and up to there. Now, we did get that 91,000. So, I would actually be tempted to nearly get those open soon, but I'll buy the very first little bits that they are required. And then we would continue on like so. And we'd literally just block this off. I'm not going to build the whole rooms. I'm just going to get the kind of this basic wall put up ready to go for our second episode. So we put you in like that. Then this. Yeah, that doesn't have foundation. That. So that room would be expanded what it needs to be at the moment. We could then delete you and you. Put you down, going in down there because I didn't do that yet. There we go. I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to let it play through one day, probably off camera, just to top that money back up a little bit. But when we come back on the next episode, we're going to start building the X-ray department here, and then what we'll probably want to do is get the laboratories can kind of go anywhere. We can put these up the back here. I'm not worried about them, but when we start getting in like the intensive care units and stuff like that, I want to kind of put them down this way. We'll see how we go though. If you are enjoying this, let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new, hit that like bell, and other than that, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you at the next one. Bye for now.